to the stream. This time I'm going to be playing more rare fan games made by fans of rare properties based on those properties. I'm over-explaining it. Yeah, last week I played some like Banjo and Mr. Pants fan games from around the time when those things were first starting themselves. So it was like really early fan work stuff. This time we're going into a bit more recent history. So I think all the games I'm playing today, with one exception, are from either this year or last year. But most of them today, it turns out, are actually evoking older aesthetics. So, for example, the first game we're playing is N Burd. It was released in 2020 by Penny Rigate, and the premise is, what if Banjo-Kazooie was made in 1983 for the ZX Spectrum? And as you can see, yeah, this art is by Valageth. Actually, hold on. I'll launch this other... It came with an extras thing as well, so I'll just pull that up so you can see it. Oops. Yep, extras. No? What? All right, hold on a second. Okay, there it is. So this was also in the download. I've given myself infinite lives. You can simulate loading times, which is fun. It's even got a stop and swap style feature where if you play one of Penny's other games, you can unlock a new feature. I don't know what it is. I didn't have time to do that. But yeah, that's just a fun thing that ties into last week's stream where fan game creators were putting stop and swap things into their games. Yeah, so that artwork by Valageth, and yeah, all the other options I think are good. So let's get started. I don't know how long this will take, but I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like a lot of fun. There you go. Now, that sounds a little soft on my end. Oh, what's this? Sorry, just checking the stream. It's being a bit weird. All right, that looks fine. I think. Yeah. Okay. Right, yeah. So if you've played Spectrum games before, you'll be familiar with screens like this. They've put in the Ashby Computers and Graphics copyright as a nod, but you can set keyboard or Kempston joystick. I think that's just aesthetic, but you can also set key assign. This is another Valagath artwork here. Up, down, left, right, and jump. Lovely. Let's start the game. Okay. So yeah, it's turned Banjo-Kazooie into a 2D platformer. Oh, Kokoro Genso is here. Hello again. I tried to get you on for last week's stream because I was playing games that I found basically from your website, from your blog post rather. So yeah, good to see you. Woo. Anyway, this is extremely cute. Yeah, that was basically my reaction when I found this. Oh my god, a ZX Spectrum Banjo-Kazooie fan game. Yes, that's exactly what we've got here. All the characters here from Banjo. We've got Top of the Carrot, that dragonfly that I forgot the name of last time. But the little mouse, according to like copyright acknowledgements in the itch store page, and I think it was written in the extras file as well, that little mouse is apparently... Oh, nuts. Gotta get in there. Wonder if I can unlock an attack or something. Oh, no. My second button is just pause, apparently. So we might not get an attack, but maybe we will. Almost enough notes to get in that note door. For now, I'll try sneaking around to that Jinjo again. Yeah, the little mouse is from Space Station Silicon Valley, a Nintendo 64 game by Rockstar North, or DMA Design as they were known at the time. Yep, I got that right. It's the little mouse robot thing. So in that game, you play as a microchip separated from a robot that's able to attach to other robotic animals and then control them. It's a very clever and interesting game. And this is really annoying me. I'm gonna try continuing to see if I get an attack or something. It doesn't feel like I will though. Anyway. Buzz Bomb, thank you. Thank you again. That is exactly the name that I was searching for there. Oh, we can push rocks around. Nope, that's not enough to help me get up. And Gibbon's here too. Hello. Yeah, so it's funny comparing the games I was playing last week, things like BKPC, which were using technology of the time of 2000 to kind of replicate the Banjo games that existed. And here we have something from 2020 that's kind of looking back further, using, again, the technology we have now, which is much more flexible, to then make something that looks like it comes from even further in the past. And of course, nuts. Rare and Ultimate have a long history with the Spectrum, of course. So it's really fun to imagine. Oh, okay. That might help. I have a double jump. The feathery flap, perhaps. So there's our first Jinjo, the blue Jinjo. As we can see, it's all very much Spectrum style. Oh, that's something I didn't touch in the extras folder, actually. Oh, yeah, you do bang your head on the ceiling there. There was a sort of choose your palette thing, so we could have other colors. Maybe after I complete it as intended, I'll go and see what other options we have. Yes, Gibbon is present, although she is suffering a little bit from a medical problem right now and under heavy painkillers, so I'll forgive you if you don't chat much, Gibbon. Yes, nailed it. Now, the note doors automatically disappear when you get enough notes, it looks like. So that's what let me get that Jinjo. Oops. Maybe double jump will actually let me get up to that. Oh, not quite. We do have to go the long way. But there's a Jiggy for us. Okay. Ah! Ken says... Oh, again, talking about Space Station Silicon Valley. It also breaks if you have an expansion pack and play the game unmodded. Yikes. I don't remember what my jumper pack is for the 64, so I would have to use the expansion pack. I wonder if it'll save my position on this screen if I enter from the right. No, because I've already done that. And it hasn't, so that's not a thing. Oh, yes, made it. And by the way, all the sprites extremely cute. Kazooie being made up of so few pixels is very charming, and Banjo looks good too as a little silhouette, as well as all the other little characters around. Okay, let's go. No. Dying actually put me right back at the bottom. Anyway, Penny Rigate is pretty cool. She's, like I said, she's working on... Oh, I said that she had that other game which has a kind of stop and swap feature with this one. That's kind of a mod of another existing itch game, but I wasn't able to look too much into it. You play as a harpy, I think, which is cool. Oh, okay, I warped to the bottom of the screen. That's interesting. Yeah, I did a little series of streams about playing as monster women. Okay, I think I have to go the long way around there. Let's see if I can do anything on the second screen before trying to go further to the right, or possibly through that door. Can I make this? No. So this is like a multi-screen kind of platforming puzzle almost. So I'll head to the right from here now. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. So I finished the level. Okay. What? Okay. I wanted to do more. How many levels are there? 4 levels, according to the itch description. Maybe we'll just leave it there. I'll move on. Yeah. If it's that easy to complete a level, then I won't go for completion. If you're interested, then you can download the game yourself and yeah, get there on your own time, I suppose. It's a game for PC that just looks like a Spectrum game. I'm sure that it's not adhering to all the limitations of that platform. So what have we got here? Yum Yums, aka the clams. Snacker the shark, perhaps? And the lovely Nipper crabs here in Treasure Trove Cove. Gibbon says, this is really neat. Yeah, I thought you'd like it. I think it's really cute and nice. Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say that the project that Penny Rigate is currently working on, according to her Twitter, is kind of reusing the engine of this, so that should be good, but smoothed out a bit. And the main character is a Jiangshi, the kind of Chinese hopping vampire. Whoops. So that looks like a fun concept. Nice. How do we get there? Maybe from the top of that jiggy pod? Oops. Did my flap too early. Ended up falling down. So yeah, it's interesting how it's sort of 2D single screen, but still within that there's exploration and back and forth and stuff. Similar to how BKPC did things in that way. Oops. Oh, nuts. I think that's the most annoying thing though. If you die on a screen, you go to the bottom of that screen, even if you've made progress by traversing back and forth through different screens. That's okay. But yeah, sorry, just to check chat for a second. There is a patched version of Silicon Valley that allows the game to run normally with the expansion pack. Yeah, so I've heard about that, and I recommend if you are going to play Space Station Silicon Valley, which is a pretty cool game, yeah, get that patch first. Alright, just gotta time this. No shark, no rotating platform. Oh, nuts! Okay. Again, also says, yeah, I love the sprites, and I'm a sucker for specky colors. But yeah, I don't keep tabs on the Reniverse server too much, so I do miss notifications there. Oh well, that's okay. I don't blame you for managing your own media usage. Oh, you're kidding. I was kind of waiting for those platforms to rotate, and they didn't for ages, so I just went for it. And then they did. Bad timing on my part. But that's clever, hiding a jiggy underneath that shark. Okay, it looks like I need 5 jiggies total to get through the next door. And I know just where to get one. Because if I go down here, then I can backtrack to get that one. Gibbon says, I wonder what it's doing to emulate the color bleeding stuff from the Spectrum. Oh yeah, good point. If I get close to something, my sprite does discolor. Yeah, I don't know. Again, says that the color bleeding made them think that it actually was a Specky game. I did ping you. I totally pinged you. Or DM you directly. Okay, I'll do that next time. Can't promise I'll 100% reply, but I'll try. Says again. No worries, mate. No worries. Okay, that's about all I want to do in this level. Looks like each level is 3 little screens, and yeah, very cute. Like I said, still managing to have exploration, platforming challenges and stuff, just by virtue of having different levels of platforms that you can't get to and stuff. Oh, okay, we've jumped ahead from Spiral Mountain to Treasure Trove Cove, and now we're in Tooie context. In Hailfire Peaks. Fireside, it looks like. Maybe we'll get to Ice Side in a minute. Oh, I can't make it up there. That's interesting. Ugh, nuts. Oops. I'm really glad I gave myself infinite lives. With how many times I've died, we would have got quite a few game overs by now, and that's no fun at all. Well, I guess it's a kind of fun if you're into that kind of challenge. But I'd much rather cheat. Oh, naughty fireballs. Aha, here's the transition, and now we're in ice side, complete with ice physics. Bit of slippery sliding there. By the way, we've had the grabby hands. Now, ice blocks. Wonder if this is George and Mildred Ice Cube come for revenge. So we want to... Oh! No way! Ah, I missed that. So you can press down to shoot an egg. But it's limited by how many you collect. So there are a few eggs scattered around. You will have to use them very judiciously, I think, to get the most out of them. Killing certain enemies, like I could have killed that topper in the previous in Spiral Mountain to make it a bit easier on myself if I'd figured that out, or if I'd read the description maybe. I always end up doing this. Oh, like I played the entirety of Monkey Shines 2 Guerrilla Warfare without realizing that you could run. That's like one of my top 10 all-time dumbest moments. Yeah, true. Again points out that there's more ice cubes than 2, so it's probably also their children, Morge and Gildred. Or Gildred, I suppose. Ah, what? Avoiding those dropping fireballs is pretty tricky. Ah, yeah. I think they can move left once and right once, maybe? Oh! Yeah, you also don't have much air control, so if you drop off a ledge, you'll fall straight down. That's tripping me up a bit. Now, what would be a good way to push that rock? To the left, I guess. Pushing it to the right will just drop it down there, and then I don't think I'll even have enough height to to use it to make it up. But then again, moving it to the left will only help me get to that Jinjo, so maybe I shouldn't bother at all. Oh, I did it again. No air control. Got to remember that. Oops. Ah, come on. You have to have done a jump or a flap to have significant enough air movement. Oh no, I do have to drop it down so I can grab that Jiggy, of course. I'll do that. I need 8 to move on. Actually, I could push it right and then, yeah, left and then right. Heyo! Yes. No! Maybe I should have spent more time getting Jiggies in previous stages. I wanted to clear out Spiral Mountain, but yeah, it was hard to avoid that door. I ran straight into it, didn't I? Yeah. Yes. Okay, let's get off the screen. Push that rock down. Hopefully that's saved. Yeah, that's kind of a progress in a way. That's a little shortcut. Dark Souls style. Okay. What? Oh. I saw fire and I thought it was a note. Blah. Okay. Fire side. No good. Let's go to ice side. Thank goodness for those rocks, by the way. Oh, now we're getting ice shots falling down. This must be, presumably, the attacks of Chilly Billy and Chilly Willy, the sibling dragons at the top of the titular Hailfire Peaks. Okay. felt like I'd found a secret, but I think it's just a little bit of a bug up there. And you cannot feathery flap after a jump, it looks like. Oh, after a drop, sorry. Okay. Oh, no! Are you serious? One more jiggy. Curses. It's okay, the rock will help. Haven't managed to get all the Gingos in any stage yet, but that's okay. Yes. Let me down. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm curious what the 4th stage is now, since we're treading into Tooie territory. Total 0. Oh, that's right. Since I have infinite lives activated, I don't get any high scores at all. That's why I've got 0 points for everything. So it's Grunty Industries, one of my least favorite Tooie worlds. Having only 3 screens should help with navigation a bit, though. Oops. Yeah, I'm one of those people who prefers Kazooie to Tooie. But, you know, it takes all sorts. Now, what are these little things? I guess the blue diagonal moving orb things are like the security drone enemies. Ugh. What's this? Is this a trap? Oh, it's essentially a rock. I guess I'll move it over here. Yeah, that'll let me grab that egg, which might be useful. Which I'll get if I happen to die. Hey, it'll never happen. Oops! Awesome. Cool. Oh, did I actually crush one of those little... Yeah, that little walking dude. I crushed it with the rock. Or what looks like a little filing cabinet or something. Gen says, I can't imagine doing this with limited lives. Yeah, same. I'm really glad she added the option for infinite lives. To be fair, I'm also bad at 2D platformers, especially old chunky retro ones. I'll say that in terms of design, this feels a bit more modern than what some of those old ones feel like to play, with their very stodgy jumps, and they would often favor larger character sprites and smaller screens, I think. This one definitely has a much higher resolution than what a ZX Spectrum game would normally have. Oops. Now how come they can go through walls? It hardly seems fair. Jinjo! Ugh, nuts. Yes. Masterfully done by complete fluke. Oh, what's this about? What am I going to do with that filing cabinet? Just use it to get over, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get over it with Bennett 40. It's just there. Yeah, I don't think that's a pushable one, really. Okay, sneak in. 12, so that's 2 more to clear this stage. I'm playing this like the way I never play a Banjo game, which is just get enough to move on to the next stage or whatever. I'm always 100% completionist when it comes to Banjo or Donkey Kong 64. But today we're on a deadline. I got 3 other games to play today, and I want to show off the wonderful work of other creators, as well as this, which is also quite wonderful. I really think this is amazing. Oh, but how? I don't get it. Oops. Yeah, that's pause. Look at Kazooie's little wing. So cute. Yeah, I don't understand this. That's enough notes to get this one. Now, one more. Whoops. Nuts. Let's go for that Jinjo, shall we? Oops. It's okay. Yeah, like the height of my jumps and the double jump, that doesn't feel very Spectrum-like to me, but who am I to say? To be honest, I don't have a huge amount of experience with games of that era. I've played some of them on stream, but I wouldn't say that I'm across the whole genre and oeuvre of the platform. Okay, one more Jinjo, or that Jiggy that I couldn't get just now. Ugh. No! Yes. Oh, nope, can't make that. Have to go this way and then this way. Yeah, remember that one time I was masterful? Anyway. No! Ah! Okay. I do have one egg, and I can get another one here, but is that useful in any way? Let's just get this yellow Jinjo. Ah! Stop. Hey! It's Tony! Tony says, "Hi Milo, I love you." I love you too, Tony. Good to see you. And also saying, "Whoa, I played this." Ah! So you've played this one. Great. That's awesome. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it really cute? Oh. It's Tony, the cutest, says Tony. Yeah. Oh. Gan is actually concurring with me. Specky platformers felt a lot more stiff. Source, I played a few on World of Spectrum. So there you go. Somebody's backing me up. Thanks. And it's Gan, yes. Okay, so now we just got to go back over the top, and the door's open, and we will finish this game. Very nice little 4-level, I guess you could call it a demo, but I don't know. I guess it's a full fan game. Splitting hairs, really. But yeah, very cute little thing. Again, Penny Rigate. This is the only thing published on her itch.io page, but she's got other stuff on Game Jolt, including the Harpy game that's alluded to in the extras. Oh, there you go. There is a final boss battle. This isn't a demo. This is a full game. Look at that. Okay, so watch for falling fireballs, creating fire and rocks. Oops. Versus Gruntilda. Yeah, I didn't expect this. This is great. Ah. Gotta time it. Yeah. Boom. Okay, one hit. No feedback, but that's cool. Again, very cute use of the sort of coloration of the spectrum. You can only have one color per like tile. So Grunty's made up of like 12 tiles or something. And each one is colored differently, but it matches perfectly with her outfit and stuff. Oops. Again, if you fall, you just fall straight down. I was trying to remember the name of her broomstick, but I didn't get it. Since Gen got Buzz Bomb, can you tell me the name of Grunty's broomstick? Or is that one of those things that was randomized? Hey, there you go. Congratulations, N Burd. Press any key for game 2. Oh no, game 2. This looks harder. That mouse seems to be moving faster. And the buzz bombs too. Yeah, tricky stuff. I don't think we'll hang around for game 2. I had enough trouble with game 1. But yeah, amazing little game, very cute. Really clever color use, says Gan. I did get a Speccy emulator on my 3DS. Lardmaster 3000 maybe, says Gan. Yep, that sounds right to me. Okay, one thing I want to do before moving on is check. Okay, so we have monochrome palette, but we can also adjust. Oh, that's just adjusting the monochrome palette itself. It doesn't. Yeah, there's no other palette. So Specky mode is the normal mode, and then there's a monochrome mode, which can be adjusted. But yeah. So definitely just played in Specky mode. Cool. Yeah, I am curious about this though. GS to unlock. Play Tuts' Trek back. Which, when you click this, takes you to the game page on Game Jolt for Toots' Trek Back, I think is how I should say it. Harpy Gaiden, Toots' Trek Back, an edit of Harpy Gaiden. All right. So, that's cool. N Burd is done. Ooh, it took me half an hour. I guess that's about on schedule. That's fine. Yeah, very cool little thing. I'm very glad to have played that and found it. It's amazing. Yeah, well done to Penny Rigate. So, let's move on. This is my next game for today. I'll just pull the window up. 1 second. Seems a little loud. No, I think it's fine. This is a Pico-08 game. I've played some Pico-08 games on stream before. The Pico-08 is a sort of modern virtual retro style system for making tiny little pixel games. And it's very versatile and apparently easy to use because a lot of people have made games in it, and really cool games too. So, oh, Coffee Bat is in chat. Hey, Coffee Bat. This is Coffee Bat's game. Yeah. Hello. Oh, hey, it's me game. Yeah, so the Pico-8's really cool. Okay, it's the Lardmaster 2000, not 3000. Thanks for the correction, Gan. Yeah, so I'll just get into it. The modes are normal mode and Can I Play Daddy mode, which is easier. But we'll go normal mode. I'm a Jetpac veteran. I've finished Donkey Kong 64. I got the Rareware coin. Oh, what's going on here? Somehow my controller is mapped to do both functions at once. Let me see if I can fix that. Is this picking up controller inputs? Yes, it is. Okay. So I didn't need to map Joy to Key out. So, sorry, hold on. Ah, wait, no, stop. Oh, lucky I didn't get killed. Okay. So Jetpac is really cool. Sorry, I was checking chat. Coffee Bat is here. I did mention all the creators of the games today on Twitter during my announcement, so it's cool that you decided to show up. Yeah, lovely stuff. Oh, normally I would spend more time on that level, but I've just jumped in the rocket by mistake. So, yeah, Jetpac. It was the first game by the Stampers known as Ultimate Play the Game at the time, or also credited as Ashby Computers and Graphics. I went over a lot of this stuff on my recent stream of the early Stamper and Lathbury ACG arcade games, but yeah, Jetpac's the only one where the Ashby Computer and Graphics credit is there, although the company is referenced in like Attic Attack with the ACG key and stuff. That will come up again later in the stream. But yeah, Jetpac, it was their first Spectrum game, tremendously popular, and launched a whole bunch of new... Yeah, it launched the whole supremacy of Ultimate on the system. They had a lot of follow-up games that were also highly popular. So that's really cool. Yeah, because of its legacy, it was included in a fully playable form in Donkey Kong 64, as I alluded to, and that's how I played it. This is a sort of reconstruction of it. I wouldn't even call it a demake. It feels like it's even a bit more advanced than what it was doing on the Spectrum. But even on the Spectrum, it was a very impressive, smooth playing, cool game. On the itch page for this game, Coffee Bat credits the Asobi Tech / Pocket Pixel design. There's sort of two different names for this little creator. They did a version of Jetpac on the Game Boy Color called Super Jetpac DX. You can get this for £10 and you'll get a ROM. But yeah, some of the way this game, the Pico-8 version, plays is Coffee Bats being inspired by, Asobi Tech and their work. Oh boy, this is, yeah, it's frantic. The screen is a little smaller than what you had on Spectrum, so that makes it feel a bit more cramped and exciting. Okay, so we're getting the Phase 2 rocket here. Yeah, the game's kind of looped, but the rocket has a different design. Anyway, Coffee Bat is in chat saying, I really like the original Speccy game, even if it's hard to emulate. I mostly wanted to make a Pic-08 port after seeing Super Jetpac DX. So yeah, that's the stuff I'd already gleaned and said. So yeah, sorry I didn't read your chat first, but yeah, it's cool that you're here. Thanks. Any other tidbits about the development of the game? How did you first place Jetpac? What else can I ask? Did you have you made any other Pic-08 games? I probably checked your itch page, but I didn't write down any other things that you'd made. But since you're here, I'd love to get some insight from you. So there you go, 2120, current year. Thanks to the power of the spaceship, Jetman has escaped from the hell of those alien planets. Now free to continue his space adventures. Jetman must search for a colony to take him to safety. Good luck. Okay, wow. Story. Integrated into the game. So yeah, Jetpic-08, a demake of Ultimate's production. So Coffee Bat says in chat, oh, I'm pretty sure the first time I played on a beta version of Quang's port years ago. Later on, I played a lot on a Speccy emulator. Oh, okay. The text on this screen is a parody of Monty on the Moles. You probably meant Monty on the Run, I think. Or something. I don't know. Yeah. So Quang apparently had made a port of Jetpac. And as for the music, it's a mix of original stuff, covers, and some stuff by Blame It on the Robot. And yes, Coffee Bat did mean Monty on the Run. I thought so. Anyway, let's do another run, because runs in this game are short, and yeah, so we can get to the credits. Oh, that's cute. Credits to Coffee and Blame. I think that says Blame. Very cute. Oh, Coffee Bat, of course. That's Coffee Bat's logo with the word coffee. Coffee Bat says, I'm kind of brain dead. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We've got some problems in chat. Yeah, Gibbon says it's a very adorable little port. Indeed, I was very charmed by this when I saw it on itch, searching for rare fan games. So yeah, here you can listen to any of the songs in the game. I think I've probably heard them all already. Let's try the daddy mode. Yeah. Does this just not have any enemies? That's possible. Oh no, there's some. But I'll probably be able to make better progress on this mode. I really don't know how many times the game loops. There was that other rocket design, but yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a simple game. You know, variant on a kind of single screen shooter, but I don't know, it feels original for the time. I don't know if it's really based on anything else. When playing those old Stamper and Lathbury arcade games, a lot of them were, you know, directly based on other games that had been popular at the time, whether it was Asteroids or Galaxian, Space Invaders. They had their maze games that were such a big genre at the time. I think that those maze games they did in the arcade was where they innovated most. Had some really fun, unique kind of things there. Yeah, stuff. Cool. So Coffee Bat says, in answer to my earlier question, about other Pico-08 games, I have made a bunch, something like 5 since I started back in January. Right now I'm focusing more on Godot and GBDK work. This was my second Pico-08 game, and I'm pretty proud, even if the code's a mess. I learnt a bunch on this one. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for yeah, telling us about the development stuff. It's pretty rare when I get the developer of a game I'm playing on the stream, so it's really cool. I appreciate it. Jetpac's cool. I never really touched the sequels, to be honest. There's Lunar Jetman, which is, I think, a scrolling platformer with you in a lunar buggy, right, sort of scrolling along the surface of a lunar surface. Sorry, my words are not good today, apparently. The surface of a lunar surface. Anyway, then there was Solar Jetman, one of the early NES games. And more of a... Ironically, it was a sort of a lunar lander variant, where you're controlling a ship, rotating it and thrusting and trying to land it carefully or navigate caverns and things like that. There's a lot of variants of that kind of game around. Yeah, you can't grab the other piece until you get the other one dropping into place. Oh! And you have to get them in the right order, just like the Atari 2600 port of Blueprint. Yeah, there you go. There's another tie back to our ACG arcade stream. That was fun. Of course, the Stampers and John Lathbury didn't have anything to do with the Atari 2600 port of Blueprint. That was Bally Midway contractors or whatever. Who knows? Oh yes, there are some invincible enemies. You can't shoot them. Yes, messes are how we learn. Very true. Tony has done something in chat. Is this one of these affiliate things? I got Twitch affiliate status a while ago, but I don't really know what it does. You can subscribe if you want, I guess, and you get like a Bubsy emote. I don't know. So I think Tony is testing out the feature. They've written the message, join Intellion Discord. It has cookies. Also, great game, Milo. And has highlighted that message in chat, which has turned it blue. And then they say, wow, is that all it does? What a waste of points. What is this even? What nonsense did Twitch add? Gibbon replying that that's been around for years. Okay, so we've done a little loop here. No, this is different because we've got those Hunter spaceships. Ooh, an extra man. Thank you. And by the way, if you are not familiar with the Jetman series, like I said, it consists of 3 games essentially, but there's a whole comic series. It's really weird. It was printed in, I think, Crash magazine, a popular Spectrum and microcomputer game magazine at the time. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's kind of a parody of that kind of... Oh, what's the word? Flash Gordon, like space adventure serial kind of thing? I don't know. I don't really know. But an interesting thing about that comic is the character design for Jetman, the character. Because like, by the time Solar Jetman was made, that was a few years later, right? But the design of Jetman that you see sort of on the title screen of Solar Jetman is the same as what's in the Crash comic, but I don't know which came first. So I almost want to say, based on the timing of it, which I don't know, but my assumption of what the timing is that in the game they reuse the character design from this comic. But I don't know. Yes. Okay, we have another rocket design. Nice, nice, nice. Like I said, even though I've played this in Donkey Kong 64, I don't know if I got very far. My preferred methods of getting a high score, which is what you need to get the rare coin, is just to hang around in the first stage and wait for diamonds to show up, because you get more points out of that. And then there's not as many difficult enemies to deal with in stage 1. Tony says, I assume Milo gets money for this, but Gibbon says, I think the channel points are purely for audience interaction. Yeah, I don't know how it works. Twitch is a baffling ordeal. I do the bare minimum of, like, features on Twitch, really. Okay. I think I want to move on to my next game soon. So yeah. Oh, good timing, Coffee Bat. Another tidbit from development. Coffee Bat says, if I recall correctly, when making that transition screen code, I accidentally was placing 1000 by 24 times 1000 by 24 sized circles on screen instead of 128 by 128, which made the whole game crash. Oh yeah, of course. Thanks, Gibbon, for that pickup there. So there were the 3 original Jetman games, but if we're talking about the whole series, of course, many years later, Rare put out Jetpac Refueled on Xbox Live Arcade, which was like a reboot. It had the original game as a playable extra inside it, but also like a full remake with new graphics and all this stuff and new mechanics. Yeah, really cool stuff. Wish they'd done a lot more things like that on XBLA. It was a good way to sort of revive their older properties. I guess they did a similar thing with Saberwolf on the GBA. Yeah. Oh, there's a bug for you, Coffee Bat. When I was standing in the hitbox of the rocket, when the fuel dropped into it, the top section was not colored correctly. But there's another rocket design. Coffee Bat says, Refueled looks pretty fun, but I've never been a fan of its box art. Interesting. Yeah, that's... actually, you know, I don't want to be too critical, but yeah, I kind of agree. If you mean like the style, the character designs. But yeah, also to cover what Gibbon said earlier, there's another sort of unknown installment of the Jetpac series, and that's Jet Force Gemini on the 64. It's got, you know, a new cast of characters, and it's this sort of third-person shooter gameplay. But it was intended originally to be a kind of Jetpac installment, and it's still got the name Jet Force as a follow-up to Jetpac, so it really does fit, and I'm happy with including it as part of the series. Yeah, I forgot that detail because I'd only learned it recently. I wonder how many rockets there are in total. Can you tell me that, Coffee Bat? Tony has found my custom emote. They subscribed to my channel. Thanks for that. Thanks very much. And is dropping a bunch of emotes. Oh, and some non-binary pride emotes. Good stuff. Yes, I'm all on board for that. Ah yes, Coffee Bat is aware of the uncolored bug. Not sure why it happens. I remember it happening early on and never being able to fix it. Oops. Oh, reading chat. Got distracted. Oh, Windows not in focus. Okay, we're back. Oh wow, I've got more fuel than I need. I wonder what happens if I overfuel my rocket. Nothing. Coffee Bat says there's 4 rocket designs, might be 5. Okay, I'll play a little bit longer. Oh. Well, I guess that's the end of my run. So that'll do it for Jetpic-08. Yeah, I think I might have said Jetpac-08 before, but it's Jetpic-08 because it's a pun on the Pico-8. Very clever. But yeah, that'll do for that. I'll move on to the next game that I'm playing today. Thanks so much again, Coffee Bat, for being in chat for that. That's really cool. And yeah, really cool little game too. I'll go and check out your other stuff after this too. So everyone go to Coffee Bat's itch page as well. Oh, how's it spelt? Because you got like 1 E in your name there and like 1 F on Twitter. Yeah, that confused me, but I'll look that up very quickly. Let's do Coffee Bat that favor. It's right here. Oh, that's right. It's not even... The URL is benjaminno.itch.io. itch.io. Benjamin and then no. Yeah, so check that out. I'll put links to all of these in the description anyway. So we've now done a recreation of Banjo in Spectrum style. We've done a recreation of a Spectrum game in a more advanced style. Now we're going to do another Spectrum era. It just so happened that a lot of fan games are calling back to that style, which is fun. But what I'm playing now, I've brought up before briefly on previous streams. It's Melkhior's Mansion. This is a game by BitGlint, who consists of Richard Jordan, Craig Stevenson, and Dave Flynn, and music by Alberto J. Gonzalez. Yeah, this is really cool. It's just a demo at the moment. It hasn't been fully released yet, but it's essentially a remake of Attic Attack into the isometric adventure style. And all the aesthetics are very Spectrum inspired, but again, a lot more advanced and modern in terms of what it's able to do and display on screen and stuff like that. This is the October 2020 demo, the only one released so far. According to comments on the itch page, the full release is expected around quote-unquote autumn, which, you know, is always fraught terminology I say to use, but I assume they're in the Northern Hemisphere, so it's going to be, you know, in a few months' time or something. You know, not all cultures have the same conception of seasons. I never like using season terminology for releases. It's a bugbear of mine, but moving on from that. I've also mentioned, you know, let's just start the game and then I'll talk about what other things are happening. So as an isometric game, your controls are diagonally mapped onto a grid, but they do have the option to change it, which is really nice. Pressing up will move your character north. It's weird, try it. This is the same way that I played Lumo recently, which is a really cool game that's also an isometric kind of throwback thing. Okay, yeah, everything else here is fine, but we do have a selectable palette. Pico-08. Oh, there's a Pico-08 palette in here too, as well as the Commodore 64 style one, but we'll stick with Spectrum because that's, again, the intention. Just go back and quit. So yeah, we'll hit start. Like Attic Attack, we have a choice of characters. Attic Attack was a 1983 exploration game that was top-down. This is kind of putting it into a different 3D perspective. But in that, you could play as a wizard, a knight, or a serf. So we do have a wizard and a knight and also serf, but we've also got the princess character here. And they've given them all names inspired by the early days of Ultimate. So Sir Stamp-A-Lot, obviously named after the Stamper brothers, Chris and Tim, who founded the company. Princess Ashby, named after Ashby Computers and Graphics, their original name for the company, under whom they did the arcade titles, which I played on a previous stream. Zooch is from the name of the town where Ashby Computers and Graphics was based, Ashby de la Zouch. And the county that Ashby de la Zouch is in is Leicestershire, hence the name Leicester. So they all have their little bios here. I'm going to primarily check out the female characters because that's something that's actually been lacking quite a bit in the rare streams I've done so far. A lot of male protagonists, but let's try and tip that balance a little bit further back today by picking Zooch the Witch first. So Zooch the Witch, sworn enemy of Melkhior and once the finest weaver of magic known. Now semi-retired, her grudge against the evil wizard is said to go back centuries. Maybe this is her last chance to settle the score. If the opportunity arises, she will want nothing more than Melchior's demise. So as with Attic Attack, our goal is to find the 3 scattered pieces of the shattered ACG key, which again is a reference to Ashby Computers and Graphics, and that's just carried straight on into this from the original Attic Attack. But yeah, you can see the very Spectrum style colors here. Looks really cool, but the way the character moves, very fast and smooth. We've got quite a large screen here with that frame around it, which is amazing and looks really cool. Yeah, obviously doing a lot more with what modern systems and code is capable of. So I've taken a hit there, which has reduced my health a little bit, but we can take multiple hits. Isn't that amazing? But there's also a hunger meter. This was a mechanic in Attic Attack. You had to keep picking up food as you explore the mansion, otherwise you will starve. And that's represented by my character in the the HUD over there, being slowly skeletonized. So I don't understand the door opening system. I think they just open and close on set patterns. But yeah, as we explore, I'm not really keeping track of anything. Do I have a map? Doesn't look like it. But the way the game plays is really interesting. It's kind of a not a twin stick shooter. It's like it's isometric, and I have mapped the controls to make it comfortable for me. But oops, I think I just starved to death. But yeah, everyone's got this shot. What happened there? That painting changed. It turned evil. But yeah, little ghosts around. We can shoot them. What am I saying? Yeah, we need to keep eating. It kind of reminds me of Grab by the Ghoulies. You're moving from room to room and fighting the enemies there. So clearly I need to do something here. Where's my other button? There's another button to pick up items, like what you could do in Night Lore, which I briefly showed off on the Ports stream recently. And you could do that in Monster Max as well, which was part of that legacy. There's an item pickup button. I don't know if I just can't interact with the book, or if I don't have it mapped. So we'll try and find another item and see what we can do. But yeah, according to the description, in this demo version, there's 3 areas that are explorable. The main castle, the dungeon, which I think is where we are now. Let's drop down here. And the caves, I think. So that must be where we are now. I think that's the 3. And by the way, all the characters play pretty similarly, but they have different kinds of shots that have different properties. Like, I guess Zooch's shot goes through multiple enemies, maybe? Is its particular power? No, it didn't do it just then. Or did it? I don't know. No? I don't think so. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, it did then, but it didn't then. Maybe some enemies are stronger. Unclear. Some quick munchies. Oh, I missed that door. But yeah, like, I really am impressed by what they've done with the game and the aesthetics, how it kind of mimics Spectrum style stuff, but so much more detailed, smoother, and bigger, and yeah, it's just that really cool kind of remix thing that you get these days from people who grew up on this stuff. So we have some kind of doppelganger here, an evil shadow creature. Oh, a horn, gimme. Ah, can't get it. There's no jump, by the way. This is more like a Filmation Engine 2 style thing, where we're moving around, but no jumping. Like Gunfight, where it had an isometric perspective, but it was a shooter. That's what this is. So I don't know what's going on with that horn. I couldn't grab it. Because my interact button was able to open chests. You know what, when I die, I'll check the menus and I'll check the controls are set up properly. Oh, there's another thing that I thought was a horn, but maybe it's just a background detail. 1884, that's a reference to, I think it's Attic Attack, had barrels with that number printed on them, although that... there's some trivia about that, how actually it's not 1884, it's something else, but it was misinterpreted. Because there's... in Banjo-Kazooie's Mad Monster Mansion, there's also giant barrels of wine with that year printed on them. Anyway. Oh! There's a little reference for you. There's heads on top of these pillars at the stairs. That is how Saberman looked when he was in his werewolf state in Night Lore, don't you know? And you'll remember that if you saw my previous stream. Yeah, Gibbon says, I'm excited to play the final build of this. Yeah, hopefully they're done with it soon, because, yeah, this is really cool and promising, but with more enemy types and more features and stuff, this could be really cool. I already am really impressed by how it plays. So I've run into a dead end there because I don't think I have a key, but that's my last life anyway, so that's our game over. Done a little bit of an explore with Zooch. Let's show off one of the other characters then, but first I'll check... oh yeah, you can put scan lines on. There, that's how they look. I usually don't like that kind of thing. Smoothing, ugh, looks awful. Never smooth. Floor graphics are on. If you think they're too busy, you can turn them off. Lovely. Where's the... Yeah, redefine controls. Left, down, up, right. Fire and pick up drop. I don't think I found any interactable items, so yeah. Okay, what else? Alright, I have 2 more points to bring up about this game, but we'll start another run before I... Oh, my right button is not working. Hold on. Oops. I quit by mistake. Solar, sorry. Just launch it again. While this is loading, I'll bring up my other points. So in addition to this PC version of the game that is sort of evoking Spectrum style aesthetics, there's a port or like a demake of this game that's going to be playable on an actual Spectrum 128K, and that's made by Bob's Stuff, who specializes in demakes like that. I played one of their games on a previous stream. It was the Monster Max Ant Attack stream, because they had done a port or a demake of Ant Attack to the ZX81, the predecessor to the Spectrum, which was very impressive for what it was, but obviously, yeah, I don't know, a bit less playable than the Spectrum version, maybe. It was a lot more zoomed in, I remember. Anyway. What? The controls are being weird. Maybe it forgot them when I started the game again. I'll just do this again. All done. Right. It is set to 45 degrees, so that should be fine. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, something went weird with the controls, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll read the rest of the character bios now. So it says, Ser Stamplot is the knight in shining armor, the archetypal hero of the hour, a great all-rounder with more brawn than brains, but with a heart of gold and moral values that will make your eyes water. Adventures of this ilk are all in a day's work for a man of Ser Stamplot's reputation. Lester the Surf, we're not entirely sure why he's here. Yes, he's quick, but lacks any sense of direction. Perhaps his plans to one day become an axe-wielding maniac were enough to convince his fellow adventurers that he's crazy enough to take on the horrors within Melchior's mansion. What Princess Ashby lacks in shiny steel, she more than makes up for in the intellectual department. As the undisputed brains of the operation and heiress to the throne of the fabled Kingdom of Leicestershire, she will ensure a swift and decisive conclusion to the adventure set before her. So yeah, that's really cool. I like the feeling that they've got going on here of like a party of adventurers and they all have their own specialties. Okay. So here we are as Princess Ashby. If anything, I feel like she maybe moves a little bit slower than Zooch, but I'm not sure. She has a different kind of projectile, and hers has the ability to bounce off walls, so that's cool. We can have two on screen at once, it looks like, or else it maybe just has a slow rate of fire. So that might be one of the differences between the characters. Didn't I go this way last time? Let's try a different way. The bouncing, I think, is going to be really useful if we're looking at walls at a 45-degree angle. That'll help me to hit more things. By the way, look at the shelf at the top of the screen here. Next to the books and the werewolf head that we saw earlier from Night Lore, there's also what looks like the head of Saberman from Pentagram, where he'd trained to be a wizard just for that game. Yeah. Okay, so like grey doors open and close. I don't know what green doors mean, like gratings. Maybe I have to get in from the other side. So I'm going to try... that looks like something I should pick up, but I guess it's not. That's okay. So we'll move on. Why do I feel like I've been this way before? A sody pop. Another potion that I really want, but I can't have. I wonder if I can drink the wine. Nope, that will not sate my hunger. I do like the bouncing shot. I think that's really useful. I'm not being very methodical about my exploration, so... Since there's no in-game map, I might have to make my own. Nice clock, by the way. Alright, let's keep going. Very short sword, that. Hey! I'm trying to comment on things here. Hey, a key! Oh no! Princess Ashby has perished, leaving only a crown behind, but I do have 3 lives to deal with. So, there we go. I finally managed to use the interact button to pick up something, and it's a key. We apparently have 3 inventory slots over there, but... See a door? Might as well use the key. Oh! Okay. It's a reusable key. I guess it will work on all blue locked gates. That's really cool. And now I can use the interact button to move it between inventory slots and then drop it. Okay, good to know. That's cool. So there might come a time later on where we do have to do that kind of Night Lore head over heels thing where you are choosing which item you need to take with you and swapping it out with other ones. I just want to take a moment to mention this painting. Who is that guy and why does he have such a large neck? He looks like a real studly dude, that's for sure. Alright, but we do not have the green key, so we can't get through there. So many keys in this game. In addition to normal keys for unlocking doors, the main MacGuffin, of course, is the ACG key. Oh, okay. Maybe this one is locked from this side, but you just can't see the lock. Correct. So that green door I was wondering about earlier, that's just locked, except you can't see the lock. So you'll need the green key. So that's how Melchior's mansion works. I think Melkhior... is that the name of the wizard in Night Lore? I'm not sure. Should have brushed up on my research before doing this, but yeah. This is just a really cool game. Sounds great too, with that soundtrack in the background. Alright, so I came here last time via the other direction. Maybe if I backtrack now, the blue key will let me get through different things. And notice how, you know, there's different decor in each of the areas. Very cool stuff. Ah, too much food. I feel like I'm wasting it by picking it up when I'm almost full. Alright, so these are all areas we saw before. I'm hoping to run into a blue door at some point, though. Ah, not you. Okay. Might as well get the burger. Ouch. I'm not sure how much health I have, actually. Or does damage knock away, like, your hunger skeleton? Your hunger skeleton, yeah, that's a thing. That's what I call my stomach, by the way. No, that doesn't make any sense. Ah, a blue door. Lovely. New locales. Oh, no. So we're still missing a key. I think I've seen 4 different colors of doors so far, by the way. Which means you will have to do some of that key juggling. You can only carry 3 at a time. Sounds like a real hassle, if you ask me. But that's the game. Ooh. Oh no. That bubbling pool on the floor is actually dangerous. More dead ends. Too bad. Ooh, hello. Very nice skeleton. And a bookcase. I wonder if there's, like, secrets hidden in this game. I do wonder. Oh no, the skeleton moved. And its eyes lit up. Scary. Let's get out of here. With a green key, we'll find new places now. That way is only a red door, though. Where did I leave that one food? This way? Nope, I'm dead. I think that's game over. Yep. Oh, too bad. So that's Melkhior's Mansion. I think that'll do it for like a demo playthrough. Oh yeah, I said I had 2 more things. There's one more point to bring up about Attic Attack itself. If you're ever curious about like niche British children's game shows, the television show Nightmare with a K is sort of inspired by Attic Attack, and is like the very start of like digital animation merged with live action in a game show. It's really interesting and strange. But yeah, that's just another example of Rare and the Stampers' work inspiring culture and other cool things. All right, but let's quit now. That was fun. Looking forward to the full release, Melkhior's Mansion. Keep an eye on the BitGlint itch page and Twitter if you want to follow that and see when it's released, as well as Bob's stuff for the Spectrum 128K version. Interesting project. Yeah, very cool. So that started in 2020, still ongoing. Right, the last thing I want to play today, there's 2 games actually, but I don't know how far I'll get through each of them. This is a little bit different. It's based on Battletoads. Let's launch the game. Oh, hold on. I might have to try and capture this footage. Nope. Sorry, hold on. It's gone in full screen mode. Can I change the options? Alternate sync method. This was the creator Zbill's first game, so maybe we don't have those options. Quit game. All right, I can capture the full display though, so I'll just do that. Yep, that looks like it's gonna be fine. I won't be able to. Oh, hang on. Maybe if I launch it and then just check audio levels. That's going to give us a little something. Yeah, it's a bit soft, so I'll turn that up. Okay. Now I'll just restart it again so we see it from the start. Okay. So this game is called Pause Screen from Battletoads. It takes place inside Battletoads, and we're already at stage 2, the Wookiee Hole. This is a kind of glitch puzzle meta game. Just checking that it's capturing the footage properly. Yep, that looks fine. That's what it's supposed to do. Good. So I can't actually control the character right now. Oh, I can. I need to set up my controller better, I guess. But yeah, this is our first hint. Pause to escape. Now I can hit H. I know that to get help. Only keys help. We have mouse click, we have WASD and space and ESC. So quit game, true, false. False, please. So yeah, the objective is to discover how to progress, how to get to the next screen. And I've hit space and that's paused it, thus giving us the famous Battletoads pause screen music. Love this. But even though it's paused, things are happening. The crows are moving on the screen. This is part of the whole glitch aspect of this game. This is a game, by the way, made for the Idle Thumbs Wizard Jam in 2015, where participants had to make a game based on the title of an Idle Thumbs podcast episode. And one of the episodes is called Pause Screen from Battletoads, because they talk about this music theme and how awesome it is. But the game itself is inspired by things like Corrupt and Frog Fractions, things where the game itself kind of breaks down and you have to play with the rules of it to progress. As the description says, the point of the game is figuring out how to play. Zedbill's done a lot of other cool stuff since this, including kind of weirdo platformers and contributing to the Haunted PS1 demo disc, which you can also find things like Tooie 3D on a previous stream. I played Kiwi 64 and MacBat 64 by Ciactro. Tooie is another game that Ciactro made Marcus on. I don't know. What are my keys again? Yeah, I've done all those keys. So, pause to escape is what it said. Let's wait for those crows. They've probably got something to do with it. So this is really like a fun example of remix culture. Like you're taking the NES Battletoads game and you're doing something really strange and interesting with it. If I can ever actually make progress, that'd be nice though. So I'm moving my arrow keys around. I'm sort of waiting for those crows to show up, but I don't know where they are. Oh, okay, while I'm paused, I hit escape, and now I have a mouse cursor. So I'm going to click these mouse pointers. Don't be afraid. Yeah, Rash is glitched out, but don't be afraid. Oh, my hearts are turning upside down. That's probably a bad sign. So I paused again, and the background is kind of shifting. But it's not actually pausing because it's already paused, I guess. No, I don't want to quit the game. Escape progressed before, but usually it's how you quit the game. Sorry about that. Can I drag Rash around? No, I can't. Left click. That's not helping. I've progressed, but holding space does nothing. It's kind of reverts. And these crows are just multiplying. It's very scary. think my button presses are causing crows to spawn on a delay. No, I don't think so. No. Yes? Maybe. Well, even if so, I don't know how to interact with them to progress. Oh man. This really is strange. Yeah. Okay. The point of the game is figuring out how to play. Apparently I'm bad at that. There's just more and more crows. Oh, the hearts, of course. By clicking the hearts, I've now summoned a fairy or an imp. Cool. Asking Toad if Toad's stuck there. Of course, I should have thought of that before. Yes, I am stuck there. Asking Toad if Toad wants solution. Yes, please. If you wouldn't mind. Asking Toad if Toad wait here. Okay. I'll wait. What have you got for me, you strange glitch goblin? Asking Toad if Toad make a leap. Well, I would, but I can't move. I'm glitched. Dislodge self. Okay, now I've picked up Rash with the cursor and dropped him, which has brought me to a version of the first stage. Ragnarok's, whatever it's called. Perform the glitchual. Nope. What's this? Oh, are these frog fractions frogs? I'm trying to get one to drop onto me. No, that didn't help. Okay, I'll drop them onto these squares. No? Dropping them in the hole, maybe? No. Click him again. I still can't move. Hitting space just sort of rocks the screen like this. Yeah. The glitchual. I don't know how to perform a glitchual. Oh, what's this? By clicking the score numbers, I've changed it to Little Todd or Battletoad. Okay, what now? Asking Toad if Toad's still stuck. Yes, I am. Sorry. Apparently I'm not very good at lateral thinking. Accept help? Yes. Oh, okay, I've picked up the imp now. Oh, I'm interacting. Undo stage. So by clicking around, I'm changing some of the background tiles. Undo stage. So by repeatedly clicking... No. Yes? Once I've altered something, I can't alter it again. Maybe I just need to alter every tile? That's going to take ages. Holding and dragging doesn't shortcut the process. But I'm revealing something else underneath here. Some blue mountains in the background. Maybe I should be more methodical about this. Not all the tiles are changing though. Oh, this will take a while. They don't look like they're making a cohesive picture in the background though. Oh, let's just hit the glitch tiles. Yeah, that's it. Duh. Giving us these weird alien plant things. Whoa, okay. Hello. Hello, sir. Oh, great. That's not creepy at all. Stage is infirm. Yeah, I could have told you that. Oh no. Ask me Toad if Toad can break free. Well, I'll try. Be new person. Because what that is. Okay, I'm a new person now. My Toad has changed. By pressing the directional keys. Huh? I'm not a Toad at all. Who's this? I am Battle Todd. I am Battle Todd. Alright. That's who I am now. Okay, what? Okay. Hello, Battle Todd. Welcome to the party. So I've escaped Battletoads. All of us escaped from glitch space. Just like you. Incredible, no? Well, this is certainly different. Beetletoad. Cattletoad. Rattletoad. Battle Food. What about you? Babbletoad. So these are our friends. Other glitched versions of the Battletoads who have escaped. So what am I supposed to do now? Brittletoads, they're the falling ones. I see. Oh, pause screen from Battletoads. Oh, is that the end? And that's the end. I did it. I escaped from glitch space and found my other glitched friends. Cool, cool, cool. Game by Zbill, 2015, after Rare Limited, 1991. Created for Idle Thumbs. Wizard Jam. Great. Okay. Well, it took me a while. I'm probably one of the slower people to play that game, but there you go. Yeah, strange, eh? Well, we're a bit under time, which is lucky because there's a follow-up. So that was from 2015, whereas every other game I played today was from 2020 or 2021. Well, how about this? 5 years later in 2020, Zbill returned and made a follow-up to Pause Screen from Battletoads for the final Wizard Jam X. So this is like, the Wizard Jams have always been a hub for like creativity and really strange and offbeat games that are really interesting in different ways. But unfortunately it had to come to an end apparently because the final Wizard Jam X happened last year, and for that Zbill came back and made a follow-up. This is Pause Screen from Battletoads and Double Dragon. Hold E. I can do that. Press Double Dragon. I don't have a Double Dragon key, but I'll press this. A dark shadow invaded and has taken the king and prisoners. My good friend Todd was also killed. To defeat them and bring peace is something. We'll never know. So yeah, this is a follow-up that ostensibly is based on Battletoads and Double Dragon, but already it's a lot more glitched and strange. Pants Invalid. I think this is the guy from Golden Axe? I'm not sure. Oh, the Go is telling me to go the other way now. It's sad to find out that that Battle Todd has perished in between games. I was looking forward to more adventures of Todd. Oh yeah, my UI didn't move with me. Oops! Okay, so I walked into the glitch space and... Okay. So there's Rash, glitched form. There's Battle Todd. Somebody else. Looks like a toad riding a gargoyle. Let's hit some keys. Okay, so we can cycle which color of underpants man we are. It's just left and right and space. Ooh, we can also use E. Oops, that just fades away for a Okay, so we can also use E and enter, so I'll try that. Oh! Okay, ghost form. Oh no, they're cycling through new palettes. What now? How do I... Oh, 2 green, 3 green, all green, let's go. Is that correct? Oh! Okay, we're back as Green Man. A dark shadow is near. Oh, scary. Things have become more glitchy. Oh no, okay, I'm controlling... Enemy phase. Oh no, it's turned into a turn-based strategy game. Oh man. I'm not great at those. Oh no, it's a bunch of bimmies and jimmies. Don't want to get too close. How do we... Yeah, okay. So some tiles are impassable. So we're moving ourselves around. I hope they're not our enemy. Maybe I'll attack them. Perform the blood glitchal. Oh, not again. Okay. Can't go any further. I have to get through these bimmies. It's too many bimmies. Thank you for banning that spam bot, Gibbon. I appreciate it. Can we go this way? That's also blocked off. I'll guess I'll go to the glitch tile. That can help. Who's this over here? That looks like a creature. Hello, creature. No? How do I leave? Oh! Oh, I can attack. Great. Oh, that's... Oof. Sorry. This is like really hurting my wrist. The way my posture is right now. Attack! Attack! Okay, yeah, there's a bit more keyboard use in this game. So just quickly, I'm going to map my controls to something else. So like do WASD. And then that can be space. This one can be E. And this one can be enter. Okay. That should be more comfortable for me. Ken says, this feels like a fever dream. Well, I guess that's the idea. Attack. Well, I can't reach any more of them. Oh, okay. By attacking enough of them, I've revealed an arrow. Which is leading me somewhere. Maybe I just follow it diagonally. Well, now what? I'll try attacking the arrow. Or clicking it. No, I don't have a visible cursor. Oh, I do! Aha! Magic missile. My cursor is a magic missile. That's what the arrow meant. It's a cursor. But it's not doing anything yet. Let's try... So before I was clicking on my hearts in first one. Okay, there we go. I've picked up a magic spell. Yeah, that's Golden Axe, isn't it? Oh no. OMG. We've destroyed all the bimmies with our magic missile. Thanks to the cursor. Lovely stuff. Oh. But I still can't get through. I can't progress through there. Wonder if I can do another one. No. What does this have to do with Battletoads? These character sprites, by the way, I believe they're from Double Dragon, or at least from Battletoads and Double Dragon. Billy and Jimmy, the brothers, who are functionally identical. Apparently they're better for Battletoads and Double Dragon because they have a jump kick attack. Let's go back down. Yeah, the Bimmy and Jimmy thing is because there was an infamous typo in one of the ports of the Double Dragon games. Well, clearly they were blocking me. But now what? Oh. Oh, okay. I can click on them to make them disappear. This is taking me too long. Hate wave. Oh, golly. Oh, this is probably a good time to mention... Oh no, sorry. One of the games I'm playing next week has an epilepsy warning. I was just thinking maybe this one might have some photosensitivity issues at times, just because of its glitchy nature. So I'm not really sure. I haven't played through this all the way, so... Or at all, really. Turtle Village. So it's our good friend Glitch Imp back again, asking Thief if Thief can see me here. Yes, I can see you. Oh, I just remembered the name of the guy from Golden Axe. His name is Axe Battler. What an awesome name. Or is that the bad guy? Anyway. Oh, asking Thief if Thief is not Thief yet. Not that I know of. Asking Thief if Thief is hungry. Oh, it's the gnomes. This is Golden Axe. Alright, I should click them. Give me the meat. That's that one Battletoad sound effect, isn't it? Meat, 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 me. Eat. Eat. Oh, he's changing. He's changing into a gnome. Okay, so I just have to move the cursor near them to knock them over, and then they'll drop their meats. Oh, grab it. Oh, okay, now that I've fully transformed into gnome, I can move. Cool, cool, cool. Yep. So I can't go that way, I guess. Get sword? No. Feels like I should go that way. Face the beast. Oh, what? My head came off. That's creepy. Face the beast. There, I faced it, and now my face is going towards the beast. Oh no, what is this? Oh, okay, now I'm riding it. Yeah, that's the thing in Golden Axe, sure. And that let me pass this barrier. Good grief, this game is strange. Why is there so much Golden Axe in it? Turtles. Oh, oh. Okay, I can't go off the screen. I can just move anywhere, it looks like. Freedom of movement. Oh, there is now an eye. Hello. You're friendly, I'm sure. Oh, this tile is different. Cowabunga! Cowabunga indeed. Oh, I'm in the turbo tunnel. Okay, here we go. It is Battletoads after all. Now, Battletoads and Double Dragon didn't have a turbo tunnel. It was, pause to jump. Okay, jump by clicking my character and lifting it up. Now I'll unpause, and I'm falling again. Okay, this is going to take some dexterity. Yeah, Battletoads and Double Dragon was a straight beat-em-up, unlike a lot of other Battletoads games that have a lot of different gimmicks in them, platforming and auto-scrolling and stuff. This is just continuing now, isn't it? Oh! Okay. What does that mean? Huh? Which one? There's 4 slots for this wall, and 1 for me. I don't get it. Oh, that's good. I don't die when I hit a wall. Haven't tried them all, I guess. No? I should probably try some of my other buttons. E. Enter. I got it. Something I gotta do here. Okay. So the wall will fall. Oh, I see. Gotta keep the walls on screen so I can get 4 of them. That makes sense. That's 4. Okay, let's go. It's like an adventure game, except the logic is just nonsensical and strange. So by pressing down, I'm zooming out now. Or left and right also. Okay, it's apparently a YouTube video. Battletoads pause theme, 10 hours. Okay. We can see the whole 10 hours. I will definitely give this a like. Because this theme song is amazing. Thank you, David Wise. Let's skip to the end, I guess. I've lost control. Oh, I can zoom out further. Okay. Oh, sorry. Gibbon, because I have the game full screen now, it's a bit harder for me to see your chat. I can see it though. Gibbon was suggesting collecting wall bits by bringing them along with you. Yes, sorry I was dumb and also missed your message telling me how to solve that problem. I will look more at my other chat window more. Yes. Oh, okay. So I was looking at a low density voxel computer that whole time, watching the YouTube video of the Battletoads pause theme. So what kind of game are we in now? Oh, I can walk around. Okay. Just walk back a bit more. What are all these things on the floor? This is a really big room. Okay. So things have gotten stranger again. I guess I'll follow the trail of these things, but they're everywhere. There's something of a pond or a mat in this room. And just walls. I can't turn around. None of my buttons do anything, so I'm just walking for now. Oh, golly. I've got full mouse control, of course. It's now a first-person mouse and keyboard. This is a chest. No kidding. It's turning. It's turning to face me. If I hold E, it just spins. Yeah, but I want what's in it, surely. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Nope. I guess not. Alright. Let's look at the sky. Oh, beautiful. Nice mountains in the background. Okay. Time to explore. It's now a first-person dungeon crawl. Whoa, what? 33. Don't have 33 anythings. Don't have anything. Okay, so that was my computer. Let's go here first. Yes. Ah, we're getting spoos. Is this Chex Quest? Was that? That had some kind of green ooze in it. Was that called Spoos? Oh, Spoos. That's Oddworld, isn't it, Gibbon? Munch's Odyssey. Aren't you getting Spoos in that? remember that from my brief playing of the GBA game on the stream. Now I needed 33 of it to get through that door. Yes, it is from Oddworld, says Gibbon. So yeah, we're getting a lot of different video game references here. I think it was the first person perspective that threw me off on the Chex Quest thing. But yeah, Munch's Odyssey, nice pull. Yeah, so I bet you didn't know there was another game in the Oddworld universe that you didn't know about, huh? And it's called Pause Theme from Battletoads and Double Dragon. Okay, that was a jingle, but I only have 26. Exit. Oh, but I didn't get through that door. Oh well. Oh, it's Glitch Imp. Hello. Hey, buddy. What was in that door? Maybe I should have been more thorough. Whoop. Okay, so I'm here now. Interact. Oh, okay. It looks like a trampoline. That was my thinking, but I don't know. Because I thought I could maybe jump on it and then reach up to that guy. Because you interact to pick it up. Hey, 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 hey. Whatever. So I guess I take it somewhere else. Oh. I've dropped it. I'm not allowed to take it back here. Well, let's try and get to 33 Spoos. Oop. Ah. Is this where I dropped the thing? But I can't bring it down here. Maybe I'll drop it off the edge, but I didn't. There's a small room up there. Okay, okay. What can I do next? Let's explore a bit more. Yellow button. Ah, opens that. If I could drop something on the yellow button, the gate would stay open. But I can't bring it down with me. Alright, back to Spoos hunting, I think. So I've been there. There's like 3 corridors, but it's sort of winding inside there. Just have to go through it. Oh. Don't know what that is. You know, I came here today for rare fan games. This particular one, not so much rare content, but it's certainly been a heck of an interesting time. Yeah. Hold on. Should be using my wrist gel pad, of course. Oops. Sensitivity's a bit high. That's alright. So that's the large room. It all sort of, yeah, doubles back on itself. I don't think this game has had any rare content. Was there a toad yet? There was the glitched rash on that sort of player select screen. But yeah, you couldn't pick him. I think that's about it so far. I definitely had the Battletoads pause screen music. So that's good. Alright, so there's like 3 exits that lead into this labyrinth. One of them goes straight there, one of them goes to that corridor. And one of them goes to the back, but I feel like I've explored that now and haven't got to the Spoos levels, so I'll try and bring that button down now. What am I that is making that sound? Oh. Okay, I respawned over here. There's no gaps in that wall. No gaps in this wall. Well, there's a small gap at the floor. See, it does this little bouncing thing when you drop it. It's got to have something to do with imp. Come on. How do I... Yep, so there's that. No. Guess I'll try and put it directly under... Any ideas? That's overlapping with the wall. And it looks like there's gaps under some of the walls, but I think that's just how it's modeled. I thought maybe if I could put this overlapping with the wall, it would move the wall, but no. And I can't really interact with it once it's down, so it seems like it's just there for weighing down switches and stuff. Okay, there we go. You can't walk down the stairs with it, but you can drop it at that edge and it'll fall down. Sure, that makes perfect sense. Let's go open that yellow gate. What has this game become? I will keep playing it because I still have time and I want to see if there's any more rare content I can mine out of this, but yeah, just some really interesting stuff. Very unusual. Okay, so there are those 3 buttons over here, and if I can put them in order, maybe I can climb up to that wall. But we've only got 2 of these now. So we need a 3rd one from somewhere. And there's the chest, but I can't really interact with it. Doof. Wait, just double check. Yeah, there's nothing else in here. Okay. Maybe I can get up with 2. Who knows? This game is surreal, says Given. Yeah, it's really interesting. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say the 3rd thing is through the spruce door. Can't see anything, but it was that draw distance thing. It didn't pop in until I got close enough. So there must be some more spruce somewhere that I haven't looked. Still need 7 more. And I feel like I explored those corridors pretty well, so it's not in there. This is a chest, and E is sort of bigger, because that was the same with interact before. Okay, each time I press it, it spins faster. Hey, this is a pipe. Speccy, un pipe. Great, I've got it now. What do I do with this? Oop. Made that same sound. I'll try putting it on the 3rd button, which is over here. It seems quite small though. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, sure. Gibbon says, something with a green glowy circle on the ground. Spruce could be regrown in Oddworld. That's true. Oops. What happened? Grow spruce. E. It's the Oddworld chanting sound. Lovely. Yes, that was it, Gibbon. That was exactly it. Thank you. Just got to do this 7 times. So by pipe, it looks like it's a little like a flute or a fife or a recorder or something. We're using it to make a little music. There's 33. That's all we need. But just because I'm greedy, I'm going to grab one more. Alright, 34. Let's go. These footstep sounds are very strange. I wonder what I am right now. Okay, let me through, please. Great. So drop the pipe, pick up the third step. We're going to make our way to higher areas. Wonderful. Let's go. Yep. Whoa. Oh no, the space we just came from has been flooded with lava. This one is not interactable. Oh no, a sea of bones. Spooky. A boat on a dock? What are these? What are these? These are the other the other glitch toads, or whatever. There's battle food. There's cattle toad. Rattle toad. Beetle toad. And there's battle toad. No babble toad. Let me through. Yes. Friends, I've come to liberate you. Come with me on the boat. Come. Battletoad, what are you doing? Leave this place. Feels like they're just moving randomly. There's a small sound when I walk over them. Oh well, let's go to the boat. Do I really need to herd all these little idiots over to the boat? That sounds tedious. Oh, the pipe, of course. Oh no, I dropped it. And now it's flooded with lava. Exit? I'm on fire. Yep.
Shell shock.
Shell shock. Okay. I shouldn't have dropped the pipe. Yeah, I thought I could do a little Pied Piper thing. That's a Ninja Turtles reference, isn't it? Shell shock. Okay. Go on the boat. Yes. Yes, Rattletoad. No, Rattletoad. Get in. Oh, who knows? Did the game let me get in an unwinnable state? Oh! Rattletoad got on. The rest of you, follow Rattletoad's example. Oh. Oh no! Beetletoad's in the Bone Sea. Oh no. Oh! Oh good. He came back. No. That way. Seems like Battletoad kind of went over there on his own. Okay. Yep, you have to herd them. Boy oh boy. Let's go, Cattletoad. And you, Battlefood. Okay. They generally move in the right direction. No! That way. gosh. Get in the boat! You dummy. Is this really how this mechanic is supposed to work? I'm like a sheepdog here. Come on. These are some very stubborn sheep. Get going. Okay. So as long as you're careful about it, it's not too bad. Okay, woof. And finally, battle food. Let's go this way, please. Maybe they have different movement patterns. Don't you dare go off course. Oh, thank goodness. Just wanted to get through that. See where the game goes next. Advance. Advanced. Evolve. Oh. The paddle is kind of drawing outside of the screen, strangely. Is this like a Minecraft pastiche or what? I don't know. Because the help screen has that little axe icon. Anyway, who's this now? Hello, fellow rower. It's a robot of some kind. Hello. Oop. Oh no! Oh no! My friend. Let's try not to get hit, friends. I'll row as fast as my spindly arms can carry us. Another robot. Hey, buddy! Hey! Can I go sideways? No. Oh no. Oh! Poor thing. This is clearly a much more ambitious project than the original pause screen. Oh, what? It's like they only get shot at if I'm looking at them. This gotta be a puzzle, right? Oh, okay, no, I just had to keep going. It's a giant lighthouse or something. It's green. It's spooky. Almost there. Oh. It's a smiley face. Nice. Must be very happy. There's always a lighthouse. There's always a man. There is never a glitch toad. No turtle. Created by Zedbill. Farewell to Wizard Jam. Much love to Idle Thumbs and Co. Thank you for many years of joy. This game borrowed heavily from Golden Axe, from Sega, Battletoads and Double Dragon from Rare, Oddworld from Oddworld Inhabitants. Special thanks to Toru Nakabayashi. I am but a poor artist, please forgive my brazenness. Onward to 2020. Don't know who Toru Nakabayashi is. well check that while we listen to this little banger. Toru Nakabayashi. Composer for Alien Syndrome. Known for his work with Sega. So probably some of the music here was sourced from some of his games. Altered Beast, Ghostbusters on the Master System, Golden Axe, that's probably the origin here. Yeah, so worked on a bunch of Sega stuff in the 80s and 90s. Alright. And that's it. The spacebar for pause still gives us that sound. Oh, well, I guess that's it. And that was pause screen from Battletoads and Double Dragon. Oh, okay. Gibbon says that this whole ending is a stupid Bioshock reference. Great, I did not pick up on that. I should have left that going, because that's the end of the stream, and I just wanted to tell you about, next week's plans. I don't know, Gibbon, if you were watching the DK Vine stream today, where Ape and the Idaho buddies were showing off the new colorization patch for Donkey Kong Land that Ape had made, our friend Andrew, Special Agent Ape. That's what I'm going to be playing next week, because fan works aren't always just fan games. They also modify the existing works, so this is a really cool thing that I know Ape's been working on for a while, and I couldn't wait to show it off, or to play it myself, and then the opportunity to slot it into my rare fan games just before... Turn this off? Sorry. Too creepy. To slot in this Donkey Kong Land hack before playing some other Donkey Kong Country fan games to round out this whole rare stream series. That will be fun. So yeah, that's what I'm doing next week, is playing Donkey Kong Land, but in color. Look forward to that. But yeah, until then, stay safe and have a good one. Thanks for watching. And yeah, sorry for the creepy imagery. Hope you enjoyed these. Check out these creators on Itch and some of their other works, as well as their rare related stuff. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.